Welcome back. Let's discuss a DOM-based XSS. So, in the previous few videos we covered a couple of examples of reflected and stored XSS. We also saw some of the possibilities, such as stealing cookies, getting the IP address, changing the contents of the page, and also injecting a file to download. We also bypassed filters that removed our script tags, and we managed to bypass the max character security. Now let's navigate to the password generator in DOM XSS vulnerability. You can do that by going to OWASP, then navigating to cross-site scripting, and under the DOM injection you want to select password generator. And this password generator, once we click on this simple button, generates a random password every time. Now, the first thing you will notice with DOM XSS is that if you tried to intercept this request, it will not work. You're not going to intercept anything once clicking on that button, even though the intercept is turned on. That's because no requests are being sent. As we can see, nothing is happening, so we can turn this off. But if we take a look closer at the link, we'll have this username equals anonymous. So let's try to inject it. If I type our usual alert function by opening script tags and closing script tags, press enter, it doesn't work. At least we think that it doesn't work. We didn't get a pop-up window, but what we did get is this part right here. And this looks like a part of code. So let's try to find in the source code where exactly is this located. Let's open page source. And let's copy this, for example. And let's try to find it right here. We can't seem to find it. Let's try just finding it manually. Or we can try to find all of the alerts on this page. Here is one alert, here is another alert, and here is where our code is getting injected. This is the error message that we get, as we can see right here, and this is our code that we injected. So it's still getting there, just it's not getting executed. Let's see why it is not getting executed. Well, if we take a closer look at this part of the code, we'll notice that we already have open script tags. So our JavaScript code is actually getting injected inside our JavaScript code. That means these script tags are not needed, or we need to specify close script tags before we open them to run our alert function. So how can we bypass this? Well, since we already have open script tags, we can just first close the script tags for this part of JavaScript code from the page, and then we can open the script tags once again to run our alert function. Let's give it a try. If I go to this page, I delete my previous payload. What I'm first going to do is I'm first going to close the script tags. And then I'm opening script tags right after, then typing my alert function. Let's specify hello as the pop-up message, and I close the script tags again. So this is how our payload looks like right now. If I press enter, now it's getting executed. Now we managed to run our JavaScript code by closing the previous JavaScript code and opening the new alert JavaScript code. Let me show you how that looks like now that we ran it successfully. Let's try to find our alert function once again. And here it is. As you can see, the script tag that is getting opened by the code itself is getting closed by us right here. Here is our closing script tag. And right after we did that, we opened another JavaScript function that will run the alert message. Then we closed it, and the thing that we see outputted right here as an error is actually a part of code that we get right after we close our script, because this is no longer belonging to these JavaScript script tags. This is getting processed as a regular text on the page, therefore it's getting outputted right here. So we managed to execute our JavaScript code by taking a look at the source code and seeing what we need to adjust in our payload in order for it to be able to execute. Awesome. Now that we did that, we're going to take a look at another example of XSS, or a different example of XSS, in the next lecture.